I'm Julia Knoll, an attorney with Clayton and Ramirez Law, and we're going to talk about preparing a Texas power of attorney. Preparing a power of attorney is a legal document, and we want to make sure it's done correctly and properly. There's a couple different options. First of all, you don't have to prepare it. If your branch allows for Clayton and Ramirez to prepare it for you, I highly recommend that you do that. A typical fee for doing this is $125. However, we only charge $50 to prepare one. Complete the intake form, send us the commitment and a contract, and we can prepare one, usually within a 2-hour period. But if you decide that you want to prepare one, you can. However, we really want to make sure you understand the legality for this. First of all, a legal document can only be executed by a principal or by an attorney. Anyone else doing it would be considered the unlawful practice of law. Now, there's a couple documents you should find in your intranet. One of them is instructions on how to complete a power of attorney. Now, that instruction page will tell you line by line on how to complete it. First of all, you're going to see your template and it's going to say, insert principal's name here. This is where you actually enter the principal's name. You also delete the insert principal's name here portion. You'll do the same thing when it comes to the mailing address, as well as the agent's name, as well as the agent's mailing address. There's been lots of times in which we've seen a power of attorney template used, and unfortunately they forgot to enter those names in there. You have to initial authority of what the agent can do on behalf of the principal. Now, we always require A. A is real estate transactions. We want to make sure that the agent has authority to do real estate transaction for the principal. You have to initial this. A check mark's not okay, neither is an X. And don't forget the last page. You need to make sure that you put the principal's name on the signature line and the notary section. Now, once you've completed it, you don't just have to send it over to the principal. Guess what? C&R Docs is here for you. You can send it to us and we'll do a pre-approval so that way you know it's a proper form to send off to your client. Now, once you've sent it off to your client will execute it. But don't forget to send those execution instructions. The next thing is also making sure who is your agent. I'll give you an example. We had a power of attorney that came in the other day where the agent's name was Billy Washington. But Billy's not Billy. Billy is William, and that's his legal name. So unfortunately, no one realized this. It got all the way to closing and title would not notarize because his driver's license said William and not Billy. After you do get the executed power of attorney back from the client, make sure you complete your checklist. This is going to include your principal name, it's going to go over the legal description, making sure it's been properly executed, making sure the agent's information is there, the notary information is there, and then also veteran information. And speaking of veteran, let's talk about that. A veteran does not have to include their entitlement in their power of attorney if and only if they signed the contract. If they did not sign the contract, then they have to include their entitlement on their power of attorney for the final purchase. And then you're going to go ahead and finish the checklist by signing it, sending it over to C&R Docs. Now, once C&R Docs has your checklist along with power of attorney and the commitment, we'll review over the documents. And we will let you know if it's approved with conditions, or if it's going to be rejected. If it's approved, fantastic. You just take that document and upload it into your e-folder along with your power of attorney and you're good to go. If it's approved with conditions, make sure those conditions have been met. What if you forgot to include the legal description? You want to make sure that the legal description is included at time of closing. But if you do get a rejection, you have 10 days. Day 0 is the day you got the power of attorney, and then 10 days to reject it, and you must reject it on letterhead. Now, we really hope that these new forms and these new processes will help you with your power of attorney. If you have any questions, Clayton and Ramirez is always here to help you. Thanks so much, and we'll see you next time.
Get ready to feel the power of attorney!
To access more training videos, please visit www.myamcap.com. Scroll to the bottom of the page and click on the Learning Center icon. Log in here with your AMCAP email and password. Once inside, you'll see My Learning Dashboard.
For further assistance, you can access the help desk through the link at the top of our intranet SharePoint website, or go to https://help.myamcap.com. Sign in here with your email and system password.
Thank you!